We've been waiting all morning for this. With us now, the legendary lead singer of the Kinks, Ray Davies. He's here to talk about a new spin on his classic songs and the upcoming album, the Kinks Choral Collection. It's available tomorrow. Ray, it's also hitting the road for his coast-to-coast tour across the country. Ray, it's great to meet you.
I guess it could be a floral collection, too.
Yeah.
You know, you do a choral,
I see
and
no
then
flowers.
you do a floral.
Yeah.
I like it. Tell us
It's a
about...
choral collection, all spelled with K's.
Yes, tell us about the choral collection of the Kinks.
It's not a re-recording. I'd never re-record those classics. You know, you really got me all day and all night. They're classics in their own right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change them, even if they're bad. But the it's a take on, it's an arrangement on the songs rather than the records. And it was a suggestion. I did a concert for the BBC TV program, The Proms, in England. It was a big success, so they thought, why not make a record of it?
So what do? Do they take the original record?
No, we arranged the songs. We just arranged them to fit the choir. We had a 65-piece choir, and recorded it, and rearranged it, and re-recorded it.
So you have like choir singing all day and all of the night? And
in a way, yeah. Yeah, like Gilbert and Sullivan. Gilbert and Sullivan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mike,
tell me, you're not going to mess up or fool around with Celluloid Heroes, are you?
Actually, I think the song, I wouldn't want to change the original record, but the song, I think, has got more depth now because of choir.
Yeah.
They take over the lead vocal. It's quite interesting.
I got to hear this.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
I was skeptical, I have to say.
What's your favorite? Which one surprised you the most when you heard it?
Well, we do an old song. It was a big hit in England. Wasn't here. See My Friends. It's completely a cappella. No drums.
Oh, wow.
And Celluloid Heroes works too. Yeah. But we're playing it in concert.
You're going out on tour, and I noticed that you're going to be in Boston, my hometown, on the 17th. In a smaller venue.
Yeah, not with the choir, unfortunately. Boston will be a 5-man rock show.
Boston, not a college town, but anyway, go ahead.
No, I just want, big hall versus smaller halls. Which do you prefer?
It varies. Last week I played Madison Square Garden for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and that was. But they each have their own pros and cons. I think the choir works in a sort of church hall sort of setting, and we're playing New York with Town Hall in a couple of weeks. That'll be interesting. That's a good concert venue. But with rock music, I think the Kinks were always at their best when they had a roof on their head. Outdoor wasn't such a big fan of outdoor concerts.
I always wonder, Ray, when you go back and revisit songs, not just you, but big acts and a big Rolling Stones fan, when you go back and you sing the songs over and over, you think about the time when you recorded them. Do you look back and go, I wish we'd done this a little differently, or that sounds silly now?
And like I said, but you really got me. I worked so hard and fought so hard to get it to sound the way I wanted it to sound. To me, I still record it that way today.
Can I ask you a question? We had a rock dork. I'm one of these guys that locked myself in the room starting when I was 13.
It's okay.
And you'd read the books and you'd listen to the music and play music.
Yeah.
Is it really true that to get the exact sound you wanted on You Really Got Me, which was a new sound?
Yeah.
Pete Townsend said a couple years later he wishes that he had gotten that sound, that's what he was doing, that you actually had to jam knitting needles into the speaker to produce the distortion.
My brother had a tiny preamp.
Right.
We distorted that. It wasn't a distortion box in those days.
No fuzz
no
box,
technology. So we stuck knitting needles in it so it's sort of flat. Then plugged that into another amplifier, and that's how it got the big sound.
Did you, did you know you had created a brand new sound as soon as you heard it coming through the speakers, that song?
Yeah.
Because it really was. I don't think people talk enough about how revolutionary. That really was the first big chord song.
I think the key thing was I wanted it to sound the way we sounded live, and that was very loud.
Yeah.
And to get that on a record was quite difficult in those days.
So, speaking of loud, can I go anywhere in America and listen to this choral, the Choral Kinks? You're going to bring choirs over to America? And
we're just doing 4 dates. We're doing 8 dates. We're doing some 5-man shows with big, great rock and roll shows. We're doing 2 shows in New York with the choir at Town Hall, and we're doing 2 shows in California. We're doing the Warfield, San Francisco this week on the 12th. And then we do Los Angeles after that.
All right. I'm going to New York.
Thursday in San Francisco, Saturday night in L.A. at the Orpheum Theater, then they swing back east. Ray, it's a thrill for us to meet you.
It's exciting.
Pick up the album. The Kinks Choral Collection hits stores tomorrow. You got to have it. Thanks, Ray.